Hello, and welcome to this 60-minute restore class. This is a very resting class. If you're here live, Friday, this class rotates between a slow flow and a restore. And this week it is a restore class. So we are going to be resting, relaxing. If you ever want to move through a flow, you always have the option to do that. If you want to find more rest, you have the option to do that as well. So go ahead and come into a comfortable place. You can lay down on your bolster. One of my favorite positions is to lay down, grab your blocks if you have them, or pillows, or whatever you have, any props that you have. And maybe bring them underneath your knees, bring the palms of your feet together. Maybe even opening up your heart a little bit here. Place your palms towards the sky. If this isn't comfortable, you can extend your legs out long, or maybe extend your legs up a wall, or just come into a comfortable meditation seat, whatever's most comfortable for you. Just go ahead and deepen your breath, breathing in and breathing out. Just quieting the mind and the body. And seeing if you can just take a few deep filling breaths here as we enter into this time of meditation, quiet prayer. We're going to focus on a breath prayer. So this month we've been in this book, Quiet Prayer, and I've been leading a meditation every morning. So sometimes they might match with class, sometimes they won't. But this morning we focused on John 14, verse 16. So coming into this comfortable place, into this time of just being with God, breathing in, I am the way. And then breathing out the truth and the life. So just allowing these words, Jesus's words, to wash over you, to give you peace. Breathing in, I am the way. And then breathing out the truth and the life. It says here, Jesus emphasized the only way to know him is on his terms, John 15. As eternal beings, we unite with him who is eternity itself. He has chosen an invisible spiritual union with us to be the only way to know him. He made that quite clear with, I am the way, the truth, and the life, John 14:6. We're transformed inwardly when these words take over our spirits. Breathing in, I am the way. And breathing out the truth and the life. Taking a pause here. Noticing if there's any thoughts, any drifting thoughts. Your mind wanders, and just come back to your breath. And let's drink in these words of Jesus from John 15, verse 11 from the NIV. I have told you this so that my joy may be in you and your joy may be complete. Breathing in, I am the way. Breathing out the truth and the life. You choose to stay here in this shape for as long as you would like to. Remember that this is your time with God. So if you want to just take time to just be with him, to just surrender in any comfortable pose is just fine and wonderful. If not, if you want to come into a seat, you can go ahead and do that. Maybe bringing that pillow or bolster or anything that you have just kind of seated right on that, right underneath your tailbone there. And then see if you can reach your palms up high, spreading your fingers, inhale. And then exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Let's just find two more together. Inhale, reaching up, looking up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's just find one more and just take a pause here. So reaching up, looking up, spreading your fingers, maybe even reach your gaze towards the sky. Roll the shoulders down your back. Big breath in. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Place your palms on your heart. Breathing in, I am the way, the truth, and the light. Just allowing these words to wash over you, to bring you peace. Just surrender here. Gently bring your hands on your knees and let's just flow through a few seated cat and cows. If you want to move that bolster or anything you're seated on out of the way, that's more comfortable for you, that's fine. Go ahead, bring your hands on your knees and then reach your gaze towards the sky. Open up your heart, big breath in. And then exhale, bring your chin towards your chest. Arching your back, looking down towards the floor. Breathing in. And then as you breathe out, arch your heart towards the sky, coming back to your cat or your cow, seated cow here. And then just move through a few of these. Light, bringing your hands lightly on your knees. And just see if you can match your breath with your movement. Breathing in, breathing out. And just go ahead and take a pause here. Just finding stillness here and allow these words to wash over you once more. From John 15, verse 11. I have told you this so that my joy may be in you and your joy may be complete. Breathing in through the nose, sighing out through the mouth. Maybe choose to stay here, maybe moving through a seated cat and cow, or we're going to move on into our tabletop. So if you want to stay seated, you can go ahead and do that. If you want to come into your cat and cow in your table, you can go ahead and move there. Remember that this is your practice. So making sure that we're listening to the body, we're being gentle and kind. And go ahead and come into whatever cat and cow is most comfortable for you. If you're in your tabletop, reach your gaze towards the sky. Maybe bring your shoulder blades a little bit closer together. Point your belly button towards the mat. Breathe in. And then exhale, bring your chin towards your chest. Press into your palms. Arch your back towards the sky. Breathe out. Breathing in, flowing through to your cow. Breathing out, moving to your cat. Super slow, super gentle here. And just go ahead and find your own little movements here, breathing in, breathing out. Choose to stay in your cat and cow, root down into your right palm, bump your right foot off the mat, extend that left leg long, and then take that left arm up and over. You can choose to stay here or bring your bicep by your ear, really breathing into your left side body, breathing in and breathing out. Maybe staying here or bring that left hand towards your calf and then bring that right arm up and over towards the back of your mat, breathing into your right side body. We're just going to do one of these. Breathe in, breathe out, coming back to your side angle or your side plank rather. And then windmill your hand down, coming back to your table. So just taking that pause. This is the only little more so flow that we're going to do today. So if you want to go into child's pose or just stay in your table, or if you're still in your seated position, that's okay too. So we're just going to move to the other side. Bump that left foot off the mat, extend your right leg long, root down into your left palm, reach your right arm high. Maybe reach it high or soar it towards the top of your mat, breathing in, breathing into your right side body. Maybe staying right here or bring that right hand towards your right calf, left arm towards the back of your mat. Breathe in, fullest extension, open up, and then exhale back to your side plank. So lovely. Taking a pause and then coming back to your table. Breathing in through the nose, sighing out through the mouth. And then gently taking your knees out wide and coming into your child's pose, just finding a rest here. Taking a pause in this very gentle restore class. Breathing in, I am the way. And breathing out the truth and the life. Inhale, expanding your chest, your upper back. And then exhale, sighing it out. In this child's pose, see if you can just spread your fingers out maybe a little bit wider, walking them up towards the top of your mat. Just breathe a little bit deeper. Sinking into every moment, into every pose. And just finding rest with God. Choosing to stay in your child's pose if you would like to, or extend your legs out long. Coming into your seat, finding your forward fold. So we're going to move through a little bit of shapes on either side here. But before we do, see if you can just come into this forward fold. So root your sits bones down into the mat, your bony parts of your bum. Maybe even bend your knees a little bit deeper here, and then just hinge over your hips. Maybe your belly even kind of touches your thighs. breathing into your low back. If this is uncomfortable and you want to straighten your legs a little bit more, you can go ahead and do that. Whatever's most comfortable for you. See if you can really keep that back flat. So breathing in, lengthening, reaching the crown of your head high. And then as you hinge over your hips, breathe out. Taking this pause. One more big breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. And then slowly rise. Bring the right palm of your foot to your inner thigh. And then just hinge over your left leg. See if you can kind of bring that right knee a little bit closer towards the floor. And you're just hinging right over your left leg. Maybe you want to grab some blocks on either side of your knee. Or just lightly press your hands into the mat. Flex your left foot, inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, deepen. Taking that gentle pause in every pose. Taking one more big breath in. Exhale, sigh out. Knowing that you are being held by God, that you are supported by God. Maybe even coming back to the words, breathing in. I am the way, truth, and the light. You can choose to stay here in this single seated leg extension or lightly bend your left knee and then see if you can bring your right foot kind of coming into this figure four. So I'm just going to stay right here, but if you want to come onto your back, if that's easier for you, you can go ahead and do that. You can find a bind, you can rock side to side. I'm just going to stay right in this posture. So if you want to stay with me, you can, or come down onto your back. Just getting into that right hip just a little bit. Flex your right foot. Just take a few breaths here, breathing in and breathing out. Notice if you're holding any tension or clenching your jaw, your teeth, and see if you can just soften. One more big breath in. Exhale, sigh out. And then slowly coming back to your seat. Remember that you can stay in any pose for as long as you would like to. Straighten your left knee and then come back into that single seated leg extension. So you can come back into this fold over your left leg, or you can bend your left knee. We're going to just move into a twist. So bring the left knee to the palm of your right foot. Maybe grab your bolster, or if you want to place the blocks underneath your bolster, you can also do that. And then just go right ahead and come into a little bit of a restorative twist. So your bolster, your pillow is kind of right next to your right thigh. Flex both of your feet. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, twist. Maybe looking, bringing your left cheek onto the pillow or bolster, maybe your right, whatever's most comfortable for you. And let's just go ahead and take 10 big, expansive breaths here. Just finding rest, letting go. Maybe even coming back to the breath prayer. Breathing in, breathing out, sinking into the earth, into this moment. And just truly finding rest here. Remembering Jesus's words that say, I have told you this so that my joy may be in you and your joy may be complete. You can choose to stay in this gentle pose or gently come back to your seat, and we're just going to move through those series of shapes on the other side. So go ahead and come into a single seated leg extension on the opposite side. So bring your left palm of your foot to your inner thigh, and then just go ahead and hinge over your right leg. Just taking a pause here. Breathing in through the nose, lengthening the spine. And then breathing out through the mouth, hinging over your right leg. Flex your right foot. And just lightly soften. You can bring that left knee a little bit closer towards the mat. Breathing in any tension. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Maybe staying here in the single seated leg extension, or gently bring that left ankle to your right knee. You can either stay pressing into the backs of your palms, bringing them behind you, coming into a little bit of a seat here, or you can come onto your back in your figure four. So whatever's most comfortable for you here. I'm going to stay here again. So just breathing into that left thigh, maybe take a bind, whatever it is that you need. Wherever you are, just make sure you're breathing, you're softening. Coming back to the breath prayer, your sacred word, sacred space. And just take a few breaths here, breathing in and breathing out. You choose to stay here or gently come back to your seat. Extend your left leg long. Either come back to that simple seated leg extension or bend your right knee. Bring the palm of your left foot to your thigh, and then just go ahead and grab your bolster or your blanket, your pillow, and just come back to that little twist. Meet that pillow right next to your left thigh. Either come onto your left cheek or your right, whatever's most comfortable for you, and just go ahead and find those 10 expansive breaths here in this restorative twist, breathing in through the nose and sighing out through the mouth. Take a big, expansive breath in. A beautiful sigh out. It's one of my favorite restorative poses. So if you stay here, I won't be offended. You can remember that you can do whatever you want to do. This is your time, your practice. Or whenever you're ready, just gently come back to your seat. And then bring that bolster, if you have one, back underneath your low back. And let's go back to where we started. Maybe grab your blocks and bring them underneath your knees. Bring the palms of your feet together. And maybe just face your palms towards the sky. And just allow yourself to surrender, to find rest here. Breathing in through the nose. Opening the mouth and sighing it out. I'm just taking a pause here. Here in this book, Quiet Prayer, it reads, we pray for needs to be met, for safety, for health, for prosperity. But if these prayers are not from a place of oneness, like the branch and the tree, it's as if we're asking favors from someone we don't know very well. It stands to reason that we're intimately one with God, and we know him, and we know his will, how he thinks, what pleases him, what his desires are, what he forbids, what he expects of us, not to mention that he is all power, majesty, and glory. He reveals himself to us as we daily read his word, pray, and meditate. He wants us to know him. Breathing in, I am the way. Breathing out the truth and the life. Maybe choosing to stay right where you are, or maybe coming into a little bit more of a restorative fish pose. Extend your legs out long. Keep your heart open, pressing your shoulders into the pillow or the mat. I'm going to place some blocks underneath your back. You can go ahead and do that too, whatever's most comfortable for you. And see if you can really breathe into your heart space. Just taking that pause. Breathing in through the nose, sighing out through the mouth. Remember that you can choose to stay in any pose for as long as you would like to. Or gently remove your bolster. Grabbing your strap if you have one. So just doing something a little bit different, or if you have a tie or scarf. If you have a strap, you don't need a strap for this, but it's always good to have one if you have one around. And go ahead and come onto your back. So a few options here. You can keep your left knee bent, bring your right knee in towards your chest and just give it a squeeze. Or you can extend your right leg towards the sky, maybe even hold on to your calf. Or if you have your strap and you want to interlace it in the center of your left foot there, you can go ahead and do that. For a deeper stretch in the legs, you can extend your left leg long. So just kind of going to whatever feels most comfortable for you. I see that I'm already holding onto my strap for dear life. So see if you can soften your hands if you have a strap or a scarf or a tie. Just see if you can bring that left knee a little bit closer towards your belly. Press your shoulder blades into the mat. Just take a few breaths here. Breathing in. Breathing out. Just getting into those sticky spots, those tense spots. Notice if you're clenching your jaw and just soften. Just breathing deep in every single pose. When you're ready, just gently move to that other side, either bringing the right palm of your foot to the floor, knee facing the sky, or extend your left leg long, maybe holding onto your knee or your calf or a strap, whatever you have. And just go ahead and breathe into that left thigh, that left hamstring, really getting into any tension. Just taking about 3 or 4 big breaths here, breathing in, breathing out. Maybe bringing that knee a little bit closer towards your body. Taking one more breath in. And then exhale, let go. Bring both of your knees to face the sky. Face your palms towards the sky. And just find rest here for just a moment. Just absorbing the newness, the new space. taking a pause. Breathing in, I am the life, the truth, and the way. Allowing Jesus's words to just bring you joy and peace. Staying right where you are, or go ahead and grab your block and bring it underneath your low back, coming into a restorative bridge pose. You can really arch your shoulders into the mat, face your palms towards the sky, knees about hip width. Lightly lift your toes, so you're not clenching them into the mat, and just take a few breaths here, breathing in, breathing out. Noticing the ebb and flow of your breath. Noticing the stillness of your heart and your mind. If you feel like maybe you're all over the place, that's okay too. Just come back to your breath, back to the peace deep within you, knowing that God is in you, with you, for you. Just take a moment here with Him. Choosing to stay here, extend your legs up towards the sky. You can keep your block there if you want. Or go ahead and remove it coming into your waterfall pose. I personally always like to rotate my ankles clockwise and counterclockwise, maybe point and flex your feet. And then just go ahead and let your legs hang. If you want to come up into a wall or a sofa or a bed or a chair, whatever you would like to kind of prop your legs on, you can go ahead and do that too. Just see if you can just find a few breaths here, breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the mouth and just becoming weightless here. It's really softening. Slowly bring the palms of your feet on the mat. Remove the block if you have one there, and then just go ahead and bring your knees in towards your chest. Just give yourself a gentle hug. Maybe even rocking side to side. Breathing in, breathing out. And Gently come into a feel good morning stretch, extending your legs out long, your arms out long. Stretching, maybe even taking a yawn. And then come back to your palms on the palms of your feet onto the mat and cross your right leg over your left. So you can choose to just stay here with your legs crossed or bring your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze here. Flex your feet. Press your shoulder blades into the mat. Breathe in. Breathe out. You can choose to stay here or bring your knees over to one side, coming into a supine twist. A little bit deeper of a twist here. I'm just going to stay here with my back on the mat, but if you want to come into a twist or bring your knees together, you have the option to do so. Just take about 4 or 5 big breaths here, breathing in, breathing out. Finally, make your way over to the other side, crossing your left over your right. Maybe staying here or give it a squeeze. Maybe giving yourself a squeeze or bring your knees over to the right side, coming into that twist. Whatever's most comfortable for you, knowing that there's lots of options. Flex your feet. If you're on your back, press your shoulder blades into the mat and breathe deep and full. Inhale. And then open the mouth and sigh out. Cross your legs when you're ready. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. Maybe staying here, hold on to the outsides of your feet, coming into that happy baby. Maybe rocking side to side. Finding whatever you need before your final resting pose. Breathing in, breathing out. Knees to chest, give it one last little squeeze, inhale. And then exhale, extend your legs out long. Coming into your final resting pose, face your palms towards the sky, maybe grabbing your block, your bolster, your pillow, whatever it is you feel like you need. Just go ahead and find rest here. I have told you this so that my joy may be in you, and that your joy may be complete. And to deepen your breath. Maybe you just want to stay right where you are, turning your device off and just lingering here for a little bit longer. Or find some gentle movements. Your fingers, your toes. Maybe find that feel good morning stretch once more. Roll over to one side, bring your knees in towards your chest. Just give yourself a little hug here, showing yourself some love. Thanking God for his light, for his love, for his peace, for his joy. Thanking him for this time together and thanking yourself for showing up together today, for making time, taking a pause. And then gently make your way to your seat. See if you can really sit on root your sits bones, your bony parts of your bum into the mat. Roll the shoulders down your back with your eyes closed, hands on your heart. We're going to take 2 big expansive breaths in and out. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Biggest breath yet. In through the nose. Open the mouth and sigh it out. Lord, we love you. We thank you. We praise you. Thank you for this time. Thank you for loving us. I pray that each and every one of us just grows closer to you, that we learn to just find the stillness and the silence with you, knowing that you are the way, the truth, and the light. Help us to remember these words as we go out throughout our day today. And just help us to know you more. It's in your name that we pray. Amen. Namaste. Love being here with you, and I hope that this class brought you lots of love. If you want to know more about quiet prayer and the book that we're reading, feel free to join in our book club. You can also join in the 30-day meditation challenge. You can start that at any time. All the recordings are in a Facebook group and on my website. So I hope to see you soon.